Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the video continuous series of how to apply for the medical professional license in Hungary, especially for the nurses, because I walked you through that pathway, which was the MESZK chamber registration license. And if you haven't watched it, please go ahead and click on the link so that you will watch other videos. In the description below, I've also provided all those links. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the other type of certificates that the agencies abroad might require you to provide them. So let's see which certificate the Ministry of Health in Hungary provides, and you can choose from. So once here at this link, you can click on this button, English, it will translate, and click on this, so you will see what kind of things that this was the basic registry that we have spoken in the last video, what application forms are available and contact details. This time around you will click this button, Department of Recognition and Monitoring. What are the activities of the department? If you want to read them, you can check. Certificate for recognition in a foreign country, that's our interest. For recognition in Hungary, if you qualified abroad, then you choose this one. And I will make another general type of video, because this video is very specific to nursing registration or medical licenses. But in the next video, maybe in the upcoming future video, I'll talk to you about how to get your medical certificates to be endorsed in foreign countries. If you are diagnosed with a disease or anything, or if you have to provide good medical certificate, then how to authenticate it from here and then bring it to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But that's another type of topic that I will speak in the upcoming videos, which is a different one. So in this video we have the perspective of how to register and which professional certificates you can get from the AEEK, or the National Healthcare Service Center in Hungary. Okay, so if you click on this one, it says how to get your legislations, etc. if you have qualified abroad. But in this one, if you have graduated in Hungary, then there are some certificates that you can apply for. General information, there is a certificate of conformity, acquired rights. Let's go through each of them one by one. I'm just control clicking it, and we'll give you a short summary, and also will let you know which certificate I applied personally and which were helpful and which might be helpful. We shall see. So the first link that I've opened about, it's the certificates of recognition in a foreign country. It just tells us which type of certificates are available. Here it says center has national and inclusive. These certificates, you can definitely read through it. Kind of certificates can be issued. It's a certificate that can be exclusively issued for doctor, dentists and nurses, midwives and pharmacists, right? These are the 5 professions that we can choose from. Certificate of conformity, this is the certificate that attests the you will see what it means in the next one. And acquired rights, these are the 2 that can be issued for these 4 professions. Certificate that can be issued for all healthcare professionals, which are certificate which attests the length of healthcare activity pursued in Hungary. Certificate of good standing, certificate which attests the level of professional qualification. Certificate of good health, others, etc. So they say that you must check necessary documents that are important, etc. You just read that. I personally had this certificate issued, and also this one, the certificate of conformity, and from here I had the certificate of good standing, and I'll tell you why. So here, what is certificate of conformity? It says that it will be used for diploma in general medicine, qualification in medicine, dentistry, pharmacy, nursing and midwifery. What does this certificate says confirm that the training led to obtainment of qualification satisfy the training requirement laid down in this article of the European Parliament and Council directive. So the requirements are here for this application form filled out, signed by the application, copy of valid ID, passport, registered address, copy of diploma, and fee of the process, right? Let me just control click it, and also the fee of the procedure. Let's see what it says. So this is the application form, and here I said I am my name, my qualification recognized in which country I was moving to. I had to put the country name, and you can choose which certificate you are eligible for. For the eligibility to recognize, you need to read through if you are really eligible. For example, this certificate of conformity cannot be issued for physiotherapists or dietitians, right? There are only 4 professionals or professions that this certificate can be issued to, right? So I click this one. Acquired rights are for people who have worked in Hungary as in the healthcare field, including these 4 professions once again, for I think 2 to 3 years, and then you get some acquired rights to have your qualifications endorsed in another European country without any licensing exam. So then you choose that. I didn't choose it because I haven't worked in Hungary yet. Certificate which attests the length of healthcare activity pursued in Hungary. This is like an experience letter. If you wish, you can have that, but since someone haven't worked here, it's not of your concern. Certificate of good standing, it just says that you haven't had any legislative procedures on or any cases going on, so that will attest that. Certificate which attests the level of qualification. This is I think specially used for physiotherapists who move abroad, because I have a friend who was moving to another European country, and Ministry of Health was asking him for this type of certificate if he graduated in any European country and he doesn't want to take any licensing exams. Then this certificate was issued to him, and any other certificates that are also available here. Now I'll show you how to fill out this form. Your surname, your given name at birth, mother's maiden name, very straightforward details like place and date of birth, registered address, postal address, and telephone. So this certificate, when you fill out, these can be posted abroad as well. So don't have to have address in Hungary, but also you can have it posted to your address in the international countries. But remember, the application for the registration of your professional license or the chamber doesn't they don't post abroad, so you have to have address in Hungary. But and also if you are leaving and you have to leave urgently, then provide some friend's address and that would be fine. But for this one, if you want to issue or if you want to have any certificate, that can be definitely sent abroad as well. Postal address, telephone, email, basic registration number. Remember where to get it from: kereshu.enkk.hu. This is where you check your basic registration number. If you don't have any idea, please check my previous 2 videos and you'll know what I'm talking about. Once you have this, you will put that basic registration number here. I enclosed the following documents, so you'll have to attach copy of the passport or ID card. If you're sending by email, just scan and attach it in the email. Copy of the proof of evidence concerning the applicant's registered address, maybe the address card. Also copy of diploma or qualification. Fee by postal check or bank transfer. In this case, each certificate is 15,000 for it. So remember if you request maybe more than 2 certificates, then it is maybe 2 certificates, then it's 30,000 for it, and so on. So also this is how you do it. And then original certificate from employer or it's a certified copy in case of certificate of acquired rights. So as I said, if you work in Hungary for more than 2 to 3 years, then you can ask for this certificate. But for this certificate, you also have to provide original employer certificate or its certified copy, only in the profession of those 4 fields that I have mentioned above. or in the case of certificate which attests the length of healthcare activity pursued in Hungary, like an experience certificate, then also you should request from your employer, and any other documents that could be required. The last part is I'd like to get the issued certificate. You can ask it by personally, also by post, an authorized person if you are leaving Hungary and then you wanted to get it to your Hungarian address. So all these things can be chosen. I chose by post, and also I wrote another way which was email because I needed that urgently. So I said, kindly send me PDF copies before you send by post so that I'll have it beforehand. And other thing, I have declared that this information is correct, authorized to center to obtain necessary information in connection with the good standing certificate. So in case you ask for good standing certificate, then they can double check your information with the competent authorities so that they can issue you those certificates. Put the date and the signature, send it by email, and you'll be good to go. What else? So here it is, the fee for the procedure. As I was talking to you about, certificate to be issued in recognition procedure in another country. This fee is 15,000 forints per certificate for the following cases. So conformity, acquired rights, the length of healthcare activity pursued in Hungary, certificate of good standing, good health, and also which attests the level of professional qualification, especially for the physiotherapists, this one. And this is like diplomas obtained in another country when you come to Hungary and then want it to be recognized by Hungary, right? If you, let's say, graduated in Britain or Sweden, you come to Hungary and want Hungary to recognize it just because you want to work in Hungary. So these are the registration requirements and the fee for it, and different pathways of registration. But this is not the concern for us. If someone wants to practice traditional Chinese medicine in Hungary, this is what they have to pay. Authentication of medical reports to be used abroad. This is another video I was talking to you about. I'll talk to you about that as well sometime. So it's 2,000 forints, and then you pay by the postal stamp. Payment information, all that fee that you are required to pay, you are going to send it to this account number, and or if you are going to transfer it by an international bank, then you use this IBAN number, international bank account number. Fee of transfer and the changes applicant's cost, so don't have it cut by the original fee. For example, if you are sending 15,000 forints and if they cut it from here, then it's not enough for the procedure, right? So you might want to send a little bit more, so that bank fee is taken out until it reaches like the exact 15,000 forints. So that's about it. This is the fee procedure. Now, what is certificate of conformity? There are other type of certificates. As I mentioned, they are issued to 4 or 5 professions, which is general medicine, dentistry, pharmacy, nursing, midwife, what it does, and that's all. We have gone through it as I think. Okay, acquired rights. So this certificate does what thing? It's like regarding the diploma in general medicine, this specialist, pharmacy, and also nursing, midwifery in Hungary obtained in another European country and recognized nostrified in Hungary. It just says that if you have basically lawfully engaged in relevant healthcare activity for at least 3 consecutive years, okay, during the last 5 years, procedure award of the certificate. Yeah, so that's it. Not 2 but 3 years. If you have worked in Hungary, you are eligible to ask for this certificate. Why it is needed? For example, if you are moving abroad and UK's Ministry or Nursing and Midwifery Council wants you to do the CBT exam or OSCE exam, provide this certificate, and you don't have to take those exams because you have this acquired rights certificate. You need to submit the following documents in the procedure by post or in person at our customer service center. So I guess it's the same form and same procedural fee. Just to double check, yes it is, that we have gone through, and this is the same fee that we have gone through. And now I will also close this form, just giving you a little short overview of what certificate is referring to what. certificate which attests the length of healthcare activity pursued in Hungary. It's kind of like an experience certificate, but let's see who it is used for or issued to. Document can be issued to all applicants who hold a healthcare qualification obtained for recognized in Hungary, right? So anyone can apply for this who is a healthcare professional. What does this certificate attest? It says that it attests the length of healthcare activity pursued in Hungary, provides information about the length of healthcare activity pursued effectively and lawfully in Hungary by the applicant regarding the healthcare qualification obtained or recognized in Hungary. You need to submit the following documents in the procedure by post or in person at our customer service center. All these same things, right? We have gone through it. Next one. Certificate of good standing. This is one of the certificates that I also required or I applied for. What kind of qualification can be certificate good for? It says that all applicants, once again, who hold a healthcare qualification obtained in Hungary. What it attests that the client or the applicant has a clean criminal record and is not under the effect of non-appealable sentence imposed or for the violation of the professional ethical rules, and is entitled or not entitled to pursue the healthcare activity in Hungary. What does this star mean? In the first video, if you might remember, in the second one, the entitlement, this part will come to pursue the healthcare activity depending on the membership to the competent chamber and on the validity of operational registration. So if you have applied for working in Hungary license, then this part will be here. If not, then it will say it is not entitled to pursue the healthcare activity in Hungary. So depending on your registration background. And of course, there is more information to it. Applicant doesn't have a membership in the chamber. The applicant is not entitled to pursue the healthcare activities in Hungary at all. And you can read that when you'll have to sign a declaration for that. Has a membership in chamber but doesn't have an operational license with supervision, entitled to pursue without supervision, etc. So you will see what does that mean. Like, it definitely depends on what your registration background is. If you applied for working in Hungary license, then this part will be entitling to healthcare activities in Hungary. If you said that you don't want to work in Hungary and you just want the license, you don't need membership registration, then it will say it's not. So vice versa. You get the gist here. In accordance with the above written healthcare professional citizenship without holding a membership of the chamber. Well, you can read that. It's the same thing what I've summarized already. You need to submit the following documents in the procedure by post or in person. Again, same form and I think same procedure once again. And that was about good standing certificate, right? And the next one is which attests the level of professional qualification. Issued for all applicants once again. What does this certificate attest? That the level of qualification was pursuant to this directive, and the lawful holder of qualification is entitled to be admitted to the higher education. Denomination of the qualification activity can be pursued by the lawful holder of the qualification in compliance with the conditions laid down in the relevant Hungarian legislation. You need to submit the following documents to the post, blah blah blah. I didn't apply for this because I wasn't asked by the ministry. I was applying for later on, so I didn't need it late. So but for a physiotherapist, I know a friend who was asked for this one. A friend or two, I think. I know two of those basically. Certificate of good health. So yeah, if your ministry of any place you are going to practice your profession requires for this type of certificate, then again you can have that. Certificate of good attest is that medically the person is medically fit to pursue the healthcare activity. And again, same thing that is required. Original medical certificate not older than 3 months is required, issued by a specialist in occupational medicine, and attest the applicant is medically fit to pursue the relevant healthcare activity in Hungary, right? Let's see if this is also 15,000 forints. Okay, this could be yes, it is. You see, good health. Okay, so it includes there. It's another type of certificate that is not general one, it's special one that attests the professional health check, right? So that's also one of those that you can ask for. Each certificate, remember, would cost 15,000. So choose wisely that if your country or the country you are moving to requires these certificates or not. And also they can be requested later when you are in that country already, because they do send it abroad, so that's nothing to worry about. Okay, other certificate, what kind of qualification can the certificate be used for or of? The document can be issued to all applicants who hold a healthcare qualification obtained in Hungary. What does other certificate attest? Can attest any data or fact which is officially known by the center in its recognition competency. Something that haven't been advertised by or hasn't been advertised by the AEEK, you can have that draft, and if the chamber or the health authority knows it by the its competence, then they can definitely attest that as well. You need to submit the following documents in the procedure by post or this application form filled out and designed and signed by the applicant, and also fee stamps in case currently 3,400 have to be paid in revenue stamps. So that's another certificate that you can get. And here it is. You need to go through this and read it. How I can get certificate, how can I submit my request, how long, feel free to of course pause the video and then check it. How long does the procedure take? I need several certificates. How can I apply for them? I want a certificate to be issued about several qualification, etc. You get the gist. Like, go through it and you will know a lot more than I do. Then some of the final things, like how long is the procedure? It says it can take 30 days and other information that you can pause and read. Here is once again it's the same thing that we have gone through many times. It's the fee for the procedure, and this is finally once again it is the application. I've shown you how to fill it out. Oh, basically this is not the application for certificate, never mind, it was already open. It's the application for the professional license. So that's about it. Thank you so much for sticking with me, and also I hope you learned something in this videos, and give it a thumbs up, give me your feedback if you find it valuable, and thanks a lot for watching once again, and wish you all the very best for your career, for your future. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Reach out to me. My Facebook and Twitter links are also mentioned on the channel. You can reach me out there, or also here on the YouTube in the comments section. Have a great day, and once again, all the very best.